Okay, so it's Friday 28th of November and today I've readjusted this slightly downwards. I've taken the pump and the accumulator and I'm going to put those to that side. They'll be underneath the seat. I haven't got all the piping yet, but I've attached one pipe, flexi pipe down by here. I've also added these little things across the top here because the bed will run over the top of this a little bit as well. I need to build this area up and insulate it out. So that was just a little job to be done. And then I've boarded this up as well. Again, that bottom part will be covered up. I need to be able to get access to the cables. I need to be able to get access to the pipe work. And I've just trimmed this round a little bit by here as well. And so that's not quite completed, but it's well on its way. So that's good. Some little jobs for today. And we will not have a chance to do much more work this weekend because I've got a very busy Saturday tomorrow. With a live nativity. So that's it so far. Hi, Saturday morning, the 20th of December. It's been really busy over the last couple of weeks, and that means I've only been able to dip in and out of the van doing various jobs. And quite a lot of the jobs I've been doing over the last little while have been not very exciting jobs, but to do with the plumbing and electrics. And so not a lot to see in terms of progress. I'm hoping today to try and do some tidy ups and give you an update of where we are and what we've been doing over the last number of weeks. And hopefully by the end of the day, we'll have got to a point where a number of jobs are completed. Okay, so today I'm testing my water system, but I've got leaks. So the problem is, there seems to be a leak somewhere up behind here, but I don't remember there being a connector behind there. So the only thing I can think is the pipe has split. I need to go and have a look and discover what's happened. So I discovered my leak was coming from one of these push connectors here, which was behind the what's going to be the seating area. It's reconnected now and seems to be okay. But I still have a small leak down in this area here, but I can't quite work out which particular connector it's coming from. So I'm gonna have to try and resolve that. And then also, at the moment, I don't seem to be having hot water pressure. Okay, so this connector here seems to be my issue. I'm gonna try and redo it and see what happens. Okay, so it is now around about 2:30 Saturday afternoon. We have had a mare of a morning trying to get everything working. First of all, I had to switch everything around on here. In order to do that, I had to empty out the water tank, and as a result managed to get water everywhere. Not as easy as it might appear, but there we are. So that is now being rejigged and everything is the right way around and everything seems to be behaving itself with no leaks. So that's good news. So also the water pump is working, the water heater is now working. Here's the water heater display panel. It's currently not heating water. I've turned it off. I've also checked through, we had a leak behind here. But now I've got the gist of how the pipes work to make them not leak. I think they should all be behaving themselves, all the connections. And I've also tested the shower, and the shower is working okay. And so basically I still need to do some work in the shower, tidying up on the edges here, but I've got no leaks at the back, and everything seems to be coming together at last. So that's the first half of my, well, first 75% of my plumbing done. I've still got to run water to the sink, which isn't yet in place, and that's why I've just left these cables here, because I've got a connection coming off, so I needed to make sure that this was okay. So it's Saturday the 27th of December, 28th tomorrow, and we have done quite a bit of tidying up. So what we have done is we have boxed this in by here to make it a little bit tidier, with a little slip by there for the water level if I need to do it manually, although I have got a electronic water level built in. This is then the water tank. All of the plumbing seems to be now in working order, and then what I've done down the side is I've used some free flooring to make the edging on the side here. So basically what's going to happen is this will actually be built out a little bit. So there's going to be insulation here running up to the window, and there'll be a frame around the window. But this is tidying this up, making it look a lot tidier, and that will be where the bed is running over. Also, I put some boarding on the sides of here, also on the side of here, also around the side over here. It didn't have to be tight up against the wheel, because there are going to be kitchen units which will be coming up to this area as well. All of my cable then will come over to here, and I'm thinking of using this bamboo chopping board to be a panel for all of my gauges and dials, and also for my extension cable. I need to work on that to see if that's going to work. The bathroom, also done a little bit of revamping on the bathroom, tidied up the edges over here, because if you remember from my earlier videos, this was very untidy due to the irregular shapes that I was working with. So I've just tidied this up by putting strips over the side here, and basically giving it a bit of a clean up for the as we come close to the end of the year. I also have a new plan for what will happen up the top of here. So now this is going to be boarded over. I had worked on a different plan before, but I've changed my mind. So this is going to be a board running all the way down to the bottom of here. 18mm ply. It's a little bit heavier, but what it does then is it gives me the ability to attach things to it securely. And so that will run all the way along down the side there, and also on the other side over here. So that I can then put some overhead storage, at least on one side, possibly on both sides. This little cupboard here I picked up for free, and may well go into this space down by here in between the two seats. And then this is also going to be built up to the level of this here, all the way across, but with cupboarding. So that's the plan. So it's certainly starting to look a little bit tidier, which is good news after the challenges that I was facing with my waterworks, the band's waterworks, that is, last weekend. So that's probably the last video now before the new year. Although hopefully I'll get to do some work on this next week. It's been only a couple of hours apart from this Saturday that I've been able to work due to family and Christmas.